So I've been keeping a secret from you all ever since I've been on TikTok. And I'm finally have permission to share it. I have 2 new brothers. This is my 2-year-old nephew, Troy, who is now my adopted brother. And this is my 3-year-old nephew, Trent, who is now my adopted brother. The story of how my nephews became my brothers is a tragic story. So if you have the stomach to handle it, stick around. My stepsister is quite younger than me. She's in her 20s, and she dated a man named Tyreek. This is the man. They had my nephew, Trent, together. Then a year later, they had my nephew, Troy. And when Troy was 3 weeks old, it's hard to talk about. His father punched him in the head and threw him across the room. This poor child was hospitalized for an entire month. He suffered skull fractures, broken ribs. He came home with a neck brace, a back brace, and feeding tubes because he couldn't swallow. They said that he would be a vegetable for the rest of his life. This poor baby. Child Protective Services got involved and immediately gave temporary custody of these 2 boys to my mom and my stepdad. Now, my mom has stage 4 cancer. We don't know how much longer she has. I also have a sister with Down syndrome that lives with my mom. My stepfather had just retired. So instead of enjoying his retirement, he took on the responsibility of not only taking care of my mother and all her cancer treatments, taking care of my sister Penny, who has Down syndrome and needs to be bathed and taken to the bathroom, and she's like a toddler. But now he has an actual toddler and a vegetable infant. My amazing sister Stacy and her daughter Savannah stepped in and have helped tremendously. They're there almost every day to help as well. But this past week, these 2 little ones, their father pleaded guilty and admitted what he did. And he got 20 years in jail. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. Now, my stepsister, when she arrived home that day and saw that her baby wasn't doing good, she didn't take action. And she waited 8 hours before she took him to the hospital. And therefore, she is charged with neglect. And she doesn't get her kids ever again either. But for the last 2 years, I haven't been able to show their pictures or talk about them at all. But now this Christmas, when I go home, I can show you these beautiful boys, my brothers. The baby is now 2. He still can't sit up, he can't crawl, he can't walk, he can't talk. He has a really hard time even eating. So I would like to ask you all for help. Some of you have messaged me that you would like to send me a Christmas present. And what I would love more than anything in the world is to bless my family, my mom and my stepfather, who spend all their days taking care of my Down syndrome sister, my little toddler brother, Trent, and I would call him a paraplegic baby, Troy. My family doesn't have much money. You all know I didn't come from much. They live in Berlin, Maryland. I wanted to set up a GoFundMe account for them, but GoFundMe takes so much money out for their processing fees. So here's my promise to you. If you Cash App me money, when I go there this Christmas, I will use that money to buy them diapers, gift cards, and baby wipes. My Cash App is $Holiday Farms if you want to help this family out this Christmas. And I can't wait to show you all of them when I go. If you can't help, just send prayers and good energy and blessings and love, because those are really appreciated too. Merry Christmas, friends.